NRM to be able to translate this into your local dialects, Lumasaba, Lunyoli, Kupsabin, Lugwere, Ateso. That's for vermiculite.
Busumbo, we're going to have, they have already asked me and I have allowed them. We should have an industrial park in Busumbo because there is vermiculite.
Yes, vermiculite.
Vermiculite is a mineral which is very important for satellites because it is a poor conductor of heat. So it is good to insulate and I don't know what. But they will bring other factories there like this one is here.
Yeah.
The Namamve has got 273 factories, employing now 44,000 people. Yes, that's small area. Namamve is like maybe 1 square mile or something. Even this one here, which I bought from BCU. I bought, they were in debts. BCU, they had debts. And an American was about to take the land. But I paid him. And then I took the land. It's like 1 square mile, this one here. Like 600 acres.
Yeah.
Maybe not a full square mile. So when these people are looking, when I attracted them, they were in Mukono area, they had done some few things there, but they didn't have enough land.
For expansion, yeah.
So I said, you come to Mbale and you see what they have done there. So what these people are talking about is not serious because there is no way you can, because we are talking about the 4 sectors. Commercial agriculture. That's commercial agriculture will create jobs. Commercial agriculture, once I start doing agriculture commercially, I create jobs. But then manufacturing, which is what you are talking about, manufacturing creates other jobs. Then services, hotels. If you go to the hotels in town here, how many workers are in each hotel? Transport companies.
Yeah.
If you have got a bus, how many people are you employing?
Significant number.
The borders. So there are the 4 sectors which create jobs. Commercial agriculture, manufacturing and artisanship, services, hotels, so on and so forth, and ICT. That's all. There's no, now, even the government, you can call it a service provider also.
Yes.
Government is also like a service because you are providing security service. It's a service provider also. Government is like you are providing administrative service, providing what do you call this? Judicial service.
Yes.
You are providing some professional service like medical, health and so on. Teaching service. So government jobs are also part of the services. But there are few. There are 480,000. All of them. So that's why it's a disaster for you to look at the government as the main source of jobs. It means you are already lost. The majority of those factories, the manufacturing,
yes,
are already employing 1.3 million people. All the government jobs are 480,000.
Yeah.
So we are clear that there is no. In the 19 when we were fighting Yamin, I taught at Mosh Cooperative College for some time in Tanzania, and there was a topic we were teaching at that time called how to know characteristics of backwardness. If you want to know that you are a backward country, one of them is to find more people working in the government than in the private sector.
In the production too.
because that means there's no private, no wealth creation. You are all there just consuming the little from the government. In my videos, I'm showing we were somewhere, I think it was even today we were in Namisindwa. One of the girls who was giving the testimony, how she's now a hairdresser, what, she's now employing 5 people. Previously she was unemployed. She now has a job and income, but she's employing 5 people. Then the tailor was the one in
Bududa.
The one who showed us a film. She's now has got a number of sewing machines. She's now employing, I think she also said she was employing 5 people. So the moment you engage in wealth, it's wealth creation which creates jobs.
Yeah.
Obuyindufu buzaala kimirimo.
That's nice.
You cannot have mirimo without buyindufu. And you think government will provide jobs? That you are stuck. You are finished. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much here and inject the money, taxpayers' money, to rescue or to compensate stuff like that. Why don't we have these people off those high-risk areas?
No, it is our people will wake up because you see they were being misled by when we were saying this mountain is a water tower. I think that's what they call it in geography. It is something created by God specifically to trap rain for us. If you remember nature study, we used to call it nature study. They will talk of the different forms of rain. The convection rain, which is evaporation, and then it goes up, cools and comes back. But there's also what they call relief rain. Relief rainfall, where air comes and is forced up.
Yeah, the volcanic power. Yeah.
Forced up by a mountain, and then it cools, and this is the work of this mountain. It is a rain manufacturer, God which has put here. Now, in that job as a rain manufacturer, it has got forest. And now that forest is a protection for the mountain.
Yeah.
Because the trees hold the soil. Because you see the mountain is gravity is steep.
Yeah.
So if you don't have what holds the soil, it will kubeguka. How would the Bagisu say it? Something like a part goes off. Not breaking, because breaking is a wood. If a wood breaks, we call it chahendeka, kumenyeka. Si kumenyeka, because you can't say the soil has kumenyeka. Abamasabo baloma bati. Call it kubeguka, like the lamp goes off.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Bamasaba call it Hupongoha.
Yeah, something like that. It sounds like that. So that Kupongoka will happen if the mountain is bare. But if the trees are there, they hold.
The soil texture.
They hold the soil. They hold it, the roots. The roots, they hold it. And then also, they stop the rain falling directly, because when the rain falls directly, it also erodes.
Yeah.
When those raindrops and the runoff, what do you call it, runoff in our language here? Omukoka.
Yes, Your Excellency. Omukoka in Rumasaba is called kumuhururo. Kumuhururo.
Omukururo, okay.
Kumuhururo.
Yeah. But I'm going to call it Omutunga. Now, that runoff. So the runoff, the direct rains
Yes.
falling on bare soil will cause erosion, and then the runoff will carry the water. So all those combined are the ones which cause the other Okupogwa.
Yes.
So therefore, that's why we need to use this mountain very carefully. Because the ones I will say, oh, my Masaba, my Masaba. Yes, the Masaba, my must be used very carefully. In the past, population was small. Much of the mountain was forest. The Mamasa would go there to collect malewa, but they were not really converting the whole mountain to agriculture. I think we should check how far, before Europeans came, how far were our people going?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
In terms of cultivation. But now, to try and use this water tower as land for mainly agriculture is where the problem is. I think we should realize that it can be used, but in other ways. And I'm glad to hear people. Today when I was in Bududa, somebody said, when you are resettling us, don't resettle us out of the district.
Oh, yes.
Resettle us in the district, but as towns. Oh,
yes.
That's a very good idea. That means people can change the use of the mountain.
Oh, yes.
From agriculture, you do agriculture up to where it is safe to do it. We can sit down and agree technically. How far up can you go?
Oh, yes.
Safely to do agriculture, and how do you do it? Because even the way they do it, they don't do it carefully. In the mountain, you should do contours. Should do contours. But now they just cultivate, no contours. The contours are the ones which terraces. Terraces would hold
the water.
The water,
Yeah.
and so, but even then, how far do you go? How far do you go into the mountain? So then, how do we use the mountain? If we build towns like down in the valley, tourism, you will get a lot of money from tourism.
Oh, yes.
Even more than we are getting from coffee now. You stay in the valleys, the forests are there, people come, they stay in the hotels. So we need to discuss how we can, the alternative use of the mountain to just crops. It's just because of...
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. We just have two questions, then I will hand over to Mr. Walsimbi. Your Excellency, you've talked about the market, you've talked about skilling and going to report to work. Majority of them, the youth who have been complaining they don't have jobs. You have, through your ministry, you have walked these villages encouraging this. Talk about this region. You know better than me that this region has, from time immemorial, been tormented.
believed in the politics of identity, manipulating identity, religion, and tribes. There was some national ones like Musazi, Musazi, but they were isolated. They were outmaneuvered by the traditional groups, like in the case of Buganda and the churches. They undermined the Uganda National Congress, which had started in 1952, and that's how you ended up with these sectarian groups like DP for the Catholics, UPC for the Protestants, and KUTWALA for the Waganda, and that was the crisis. So, in fact, all of us, the pioneers of the NRM, initially belonged to those groups. I was in DP. The Kategayas and Uganda'S were in UPC.
Yeah.
People like Sam Njuba were in KUTWALA. So, but by 1965, we had seen the bankruptcy of these groups and the danger. So we started saying, you know, what is crucial for the country is not identity. What is crucial is interest. All these people you are playing around with have interests. They have hunger. Hunger is hunger. There's no Bagisu hunger, there's no Bateso hunger, Banyankwere hunger, it is hunger. Poverty, underdevelopment, they are all common. So why do you, if people have got same problems, why do you talk about the identity has no bearing to their solution to their problem? So that's how we started. These principles we are talking about now, the patriotism, because it all started with how do we make Africans prosperous through wealth creation. Because me, I'm a wealth creator. I have never depended on anybody. No, sorry, not even on your government. I depend on my work. I am a cattle keeper. And with my cows, I don't care about anybody except if you bring war, then we sort it out. Otherwise, I'm just in my cows and I'm not bothered with anything else. So we wealth creators, our issue is now the market. If I produce, who buys? Now you find that those Banyankwere don't help me because I produce milk, I produce beef, I produce bananas, but they are also producing the same. We are all Banyankwere, yes, but they don't buy my milk because they have theirs. They don't buy theirs because I have mine. So we are there greeting Uganda, but we are not helping one another. Prosperity-wise. Prosperity-wise, the people who help me are the people of Kampala, who buy my milk, who buy my beef, who buy my bananas. So that's why we said, and we were reading also history, yes. European history,
yeah.
The unification of Germany, the unification of Italy. We could see how the emergence of capitalism in Europe undermined feudal loyalties. Because somebody will say, you are my people, you are my people, you are my people. I think you have heard that, you are my people, you are my people. But if you are not buying my products, what use are you to me? That's why, like in the case of Germany, Bismarck was able to push pan-Germanism to unite, because by the problem is that the intellectual class here has got so many gaps. By 1870, there was no Germany. There were German people, all speaking German, but divided into 39 kingdoms. Prussia, Bavaria, Saxony. So it was this power of capitalism. There was a group in Prussia called the Junkers. It is written in Junkers, but they pronounce it as Junkers. They were big land owners producing a lot of products which they wanted to sell. And then they came in conflicts with the feudalists, the princes who wanted my people. Don't come here unless I allow you. Then the capitalists said, no, but you are interfering with our ability to sell.
Yeah.
Get out. They kicked them out by force. Even the French Revolution had the same issues. So, although France was one kingdom for a long time, but they had internal taxes.
Yes.
If you revise your history a bit, you'll find that they were, to go from one province to go to another province, you had to pay a tax.
Yeah.
And the capitalists had no time for this. Please, TTAKA biashara, one business. So you can say that our awakening really was also like inspired by capitalist ideas of market. That's why we started despising. These people were talking of our tribes, Fangabaganda, Fangaba Masaba. You are a danger to your people. Because you are, if the Munyankore is not buying my milk, is not buying my beef, Anyambachi, what is he helping me? Just a Gandhi. Just greeting me in Munyankore, you think that's enough. I want money for my family. I want to build a better house. So that's how we started really. What became NRM started around 1965. Now, so, and they thought we were joking. We started telling them that, for them they were saying, blood is thicker than water. You know, you have heard that statement.
Yes.
Blood is thicker than water, meaning your tribe is very important. In fact, the Wanyankore also say, Msiwanye kulene kurunda, that the hyena from your area will eat you in a better way than...
It will be merciful while eating
will
you.
eat you in a better way than a hyena from another place. So we said, no, this is... that's why we said interests, because my interest is I want prosperity for my family.
Yeah.
For my business, for my area, for my people. So if you say you love Banyankore, but you don't care about Uganda, you're actually an enemy of the Banyankore.
Oh, yes.
First and foremost. Because if the Banyankore did not have Uganda, which gives them a market for their products, there's no way they would be prosperous. So that's how we started. Now, therefore, when and they thought we were joking, and we started in the study groups in the universities and the secondary schools. Then they started collapsing, Mtesa and Obote. Eventually Amin comes in. So when Amin comes in, that's when we decide to fight now. Say no, we have talked enough, let's fight, let's take up arms. And the rest is history, because when it came to fighting, we were very committed people, were not opportunists looking for this or that, we were we were very dedicated.
And this was inspired by national interests.
Yes. So that's how eventually we come to getting rid of Amin. Then even when Amin is got rid of our people are still playing around. They thought that it was a joke. Then we had to have a second round to sort out the whole thing in 1986. So from 1986, that's when we had a chance now to implement our ideas, which we had held for more than a quarter of a century, from 1960. And that time, that's how we were able now to do what we are now putting in the manifesto. And we are saying, you people, this is what NLM believes. See what it has already done on the ground, and support us so that we continue and do more. And these are the 7 points. Point number 1, not points, but contributions to Uganda by NRM. Number 1, peace. We've been able to create peace. And the reason we create peace is that the main reason is really ideology. I don't care about who you are. What I care about is what you do. That's what makes me to react to you. So we don't believe in sectarianism of religion. We don't believe in sectarianism of tribes. And because of that, we are able to create a national party, political party, which is a national. This was a big problem. In 1962, you could not get a party which could get 50% or even 40%. No. That's why they were all minorities. But this time we have a national, we are able to have more than 50% on the first round.
It's significant, Your Excellency, that you've been able to galvanize this and make it straight, because since the country organized the first.
And then we have the national institutions, the army, the police. So that's how we are able to fight and defeat anybody, because we are united, not just fighting skills, but also the politics behind our doctrine of defense. We are not aggressing anybody. We are just defending the interests of the legitimate interests of the people. So that's contribution number 1, peace. Peace because of ideology. Contribution number 2 is the development. In Swatswana, I hear you call it yes. Swatswana or something like that.
Yes.
Development. And development has 2 parts. There's the social infrastructure, like schools and health centers, but there's also the economic infrastructure. The roads, the railway, the telephone, the electricity, the piped water, the ICT backbone. When I'm in the villages, I don't disturb my villagers with ICT backbone. but it is also there. Because I don't think they know what it is all about, the internet. So this is number 2 now, development.
Yeah.
Now, where we differed with the other groups in the 60s, the leaders who were there at that time, we are not helping the people to know what to do. Because they say, oh, enkulakulana, mukore n'amaanyi, mwesibe ebbiri. Oh. Now, but enkulakulana, what does it? For me, I've told you what it means. It is economic infrastructure,
Yes.
and social infrastructure. But how about poverty? Who deals with poverty? They try to say it is part of enkulakulana. The way they talk about even the universities in the 60s, where I used to argue with them, you people, you are not helping your people, because the roads can be there, the electricity can be there, but people remain poor. Because there was also an assumption that when you make this available, automatically people will take advantage of them and create income around the roads and so on. But that was not my experience. We don't have time to go into the details, but I think one of the problems was that with Africa, even fools don't die. You can be a fool and you stay around. In other parts of the world, fools die. You are foolish, you die, and the matter is finished.
It's resolved.
But here, there is no freezing, you don't freeze. So you can stay outside there, and food is there. You find somebody visiting your relatives. What have you come to do? I have come to see you. Imagine. Nzekuwala wako. He has no other job. Just, I'm visiting my relatives. He comes and eats and 1 month and goes away. Now, in other parts of the world, things are not like that. So Africa, there's something there people don't understand, that Africa has been underpopulated for a long time. Because if you look at the whole of Africa, the population is now 1.5 billion. We have overtaken India for the first time. But previously India was bigger than us population. And yet India is 12 times smaller than Africa. So real Africa is underpopulated. You get a country like Congo, it is about the same size as India, with only a population of 80 million people. So in such a country, people can just eat mangoes
And survive.
eat monkeys. They get a Ebola once in a while, but otherwise. So, if you do not get somebody to work them up, to say, please, the automatic reactions to infrastructure, to a good road, electricity, may not come. We need to sensitize these people. That's what I did with the Banyankore, because I could see they were in very big danger, because they were just there, seated, with the leaders who are misleading them. Political, even the churches misleading them. We are visitors here on earth. Our permanent home is in heaven. Here we are just guests. So they sit there, that they are like the birds of the air, who neither sow nor harvest, but God feeds them. A lot of confusion. So that's why we had to say, please, in addition to peace and development, buyindufu is a separate subject. Buyindufu, wealth. Wealth must be deliberately created. And buyindufu with a chibaro. Because there are two things. First of all, modern wealth, but also with the chibaro. So that's why, for instance, we have the campaign, tobacco, we have the campaign, the pamba, because sugar cane for smallholders, those can be done by people with a big acreage. But the smallholders like the Bagisu, I would not recommend them for
commercial,
for pamba, for those, even tea needs more land. So therefore, that's why we said now number 3 is wealth.
It's creation.
Now number 4 is jobs. Again, that's another confusion. I don't have time. And this is colonialism, where they created the impression that because before colonialism, there was no unemployment. No unemployment. Because the one who is talking to you is an authority, I'm a part of the indigenous groups here. This word I introduced to you, which you are now using, I'm very happy, very glad. Thank you very much. To agree to use my word, emioga. I am the one who introduced that word to you people. Emioga is the Nyankore word for specialization skills. Before colonialism, everybody had umwoga. They were the cattle keepers, that was their mwoga. They were cultivators, that was their mwoga. They were the blacksmith, umwesi. Families which were in the Kuwesa, they don't do other things. They do blacksmith and people bring them other things. They were carpenters. And we have individual names for each one. Abakomaji are the back cloth. Those who are making back cloth. Families, that's their job. That's their mwoga. You had the Banogos. Banogos are the ones who make clay. Clay products. I'm using the Nyankore terms, but you can go and check the Gis one. They were Abatanayi. Abatanayi were the people who were making bows and arrows. This is their work. You had the herbalists, whose job was Abashakis, the ones who could treat you. You had even surgeons, Abajenji, the ones who could cut you open. You had, so there was umwoga for everything. So there was no unemployment.
From birth, people had jobs.
So, but when the Europeans came, they killed these. Like for instance, the products of the ceramics, of pottery, of clay, the boomba. All those now were replaced by these imported saucepans and I don't know what and I don't know what. Those were killed. The back cloth was killed. All of them except very residual things like these drums for dancing, they are the ones which survive. Yeah. And then what did they introduce? They didn't kill the traditional myoga to create modern ones, because they didn't create modern armaments for the arrows. Arrow makers stop making arrows, make guns. No, don't make any weapons. Europe will make weapons for you. How about plates? Nah, don't make any plates. Plates will come from somewhere else. How about clothes? Don't make any clothes. Clothes will come from somewhere else. So all the myoga were killed. And what was introduced were the ukarani, people to be clerks in the colonial system. Clerks, administrator, murukachifu, translator for the white man. You could find somebody very important in the district. In the museum room, that's the one who is interpreting for. The one who is interpreting for the DC. Very important person there in the district.
District commissioner.
So that's how now jobs shifted from production to administration.
White collar.
White collar. Now, very dangerous. So now, that's why up to now people just die to be in the government. And fight for these political jobs as if it's the end of life. So therefore, that's why the NRM has been saying, please, the jobs can be found in commercial agriculture, can be found in manufacturing, can be found in services, hotels and so on, can be found in ICT. This is where the majority of the jobs are. And since you say you are being trained by, what's your name?
Yes, my name is Javia, Your Excellency. Omagor, the one you like. Omagor.
Omagor.
Yes.
Now, since Omagor is civilizing you, you can check on the internet and you see other countries. What percentage of population are in the government jobs? What percentage of the population are in services and in manufacturing? You check country by country. USA, UK, you what? You will see. There's no way government can be the main employer. So this is number 4 in our program. Number 5 is service delivery. Health, how we extend health to the people, how we fight crime, education, how to deliver those services. Now, number 6 is market. Market. You people, if you come from Hugona, because Hugona is also good. When you are Hugona, you don't know what's happening in the world.
Because you're sleeping.
A snake can come and enter your house and bite you and kill you and you die peacefully. Because you are Hugona. Hugona is sleeping. They say Hugona, but in Nyankole it means snoring. But in Rumasaba and even languages of Tanzania, they say Hugona, to sleep. So if you people wake up, is the internal market of Uganda enough? And we are now saying, you people, you look at what's happening. We've got surplus sugar, we've got surplus beverages, beers and so on, surplus milk, surplus maize, surplus cement, surplus mtaimbwa. Where do we sell all this? So that's why we say, please, be patriotic so that you have the United Uganda market. That's why you should not bring tribalism again and all those. But also be Pan-Africanist, because you need the African market.
Yeah.
So that is our point in our number 6. We are saying that if you don't look at that, you end up like Latin America. Because Latin America is a very rich area in terms of natural resources. Rivers, minerals, forests, but very poor. Why? Because it's very difficult to do business in Latin America and succeed. The countries are very small. El Salvador, Nicaragua, Honduras, don't know what. Small. In the United States, if you are in New York, you produce a product, you sell it all the way up to California.
Interstate business.
Very easy for you to succeed there. So this is our number 6 in the manifesto. Number 7, we are also looking at the political integration of East Africa. Whenever I listen to the song of the Bagisu, I like it so much, the tune of the Bagisu. And I am hoping you to capture it, confiscate it and take it to East Africa. When we form the Federation of East Africa as a federal anthem. Now, why do we need a federal anthem? You see what's happening in the world. War between Russia and this one, the Americans are doing this. How will Africa defend itself? If we have got economic integration, it can help with the economy. But how about defense? How do we defend ourselves? The Americans are now saying they want to be superior in land forces, on land. They want to be superior in the Air Force. They want to be superior at sea, Navy. They want to be superior in space. And they have all been to the moon. The Americans have been to the moon, the Russians, the Chinese, the Indians have now gone. You fellows, you are here on Earth. Those fellows are on the moon, looking at you like insects. I don't like to be in that situation. That's why I say, you people, why don't you see how to unite? Because Uganda, even if you wanted to build a navy, how can you build it? We don't have access to the sea. The political organization in Africa is so irrational. Some of the countries have no access to the sea. For economic purposes, but also for defense purposes, you are stuck. How do I export my products? That's why we have got endless discussion with Kenya, then this one stopped, then another one comes, then the railway, the pipeline, the what, we discuss. But that ocean belongs to me. Because where is my ocean? I am entitled to that ocean. In future, we are going to have wars. In the future, we are going to have wars. How can you say that you are in a block of flats, that the compound belongs to only the flats on the ground floor, that the compound belongs to the whole block. All the flats are entitled to the compound. Yeah. There's no way you can say, so may I just watch these people? You are really endangering yourself. How can you have a situation like this? Uganda is landlocked inside here. But where is my ocean? My ocean is the Indian Ocean. So, no, it belongs, really, me. I'm on the top floor of the block. And then you say the compound belongs only the ones on the ground floor. This is madness. So that's why I say, you people, you better unite economically for the sake of prosperity, if you want prosperity. Market. But if you want stability and also strength in the world, so that you can go to the moon also. You go to the moon. The ones who have been to the moon are big ones, not smaller people. The Americans, the Chinese, the Russians, and the Indians now. Our friends, the British, are still here with us. On Earth, they have not gone. They can't go. It's too much. One country can't manage. The French are here with us. All these fellows except those four, because size matters. So that's why we say, you people, why don't you look at East Africa so that you deal with the issue of strategic security? These are the 7 points in the manifesto.
Thank you.
Normally when I'm talking in the rallies, I don't have time to go into all of them.
Yeah.
But now that you have invited me, you are the ones who invited me. And you do, once you invite me, you do so at your own risk.
It's our pleasure, Your Excellency.
I can talk to you for ages until you sleep.
The pleasure is ours, Your Excellency. Appreciate.
So our manifesto has the 7 points.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
This is the only serious manifesto. Because what are the other fellows saying exactly? What are they saying? Museveni agende. In Gende, I have no problem. I have got a very safe address. I can go. But the issue is you, the Uganda.
Yeah.
It's not me. Me, I have no problem. I've never had any problem. So that's why we are saying, Banang, from what I hear, those presidents may not have much to offer, because they don't seem even to understand what the problem is.
Candidate Museveni, you have had again concerns about the road network, and I must first and foremost highlight the fact that you have done commendably well in regards to
method you're going to use in implementing or bring forward for the university graduates, giving them startup capital after 2 years in case they don't get any money and they don't get any job. How are you going to implement this, and how is it going to be rolled out?
It will be, I think it should be per zone. It should not be national. It should be at each zone, like Bugisu. If you put it in the district, it will be too many. I think it's better at the zonal level, because those graduates are not too many. For the skilling hub, I put it at the district. The circle of the skilling hub graduates. Because I didn't want them to travel too much from Namisindwa to Mbale, from Bulambuli to Mbale. No, let them. But for the graduates, I think the zone may be the best. There are not too many. There are many. There may be many, but not too many. They can be managed at the zonal level.
right.
Ayub.
We need a modern equipment that would help farmers in this region to thrive very well in terms of the coffee. Your Excellency, my question is, how best would you help the people of this region in terms of modern equipment such that they are able to use that technology for them to develop very well? Thank you.
Equipment for the farmers, for who?
Of course, for the farmer, just like we've had one in Ntungamo, where there is value addition. Would you, for example, use Bugisu Cooperative Union to help them in terms of value addition?
Yes, the value addition is what we have been telling everybody from the beginning, but they don't listen to us. We have been talking about, because my background, I started with the farmers the cattle farmers in 1960s to convert those Balaro from nomadic to settled agriculture, but with modernity. And that's why we have been able to industrialize the milk industry. When I on the rally Mbali, I will show how the milk industry now is totally industrialized. So this is what I wanted to do for coffee for a long time. But they were not interested, they were not listening. They were not listening to doing this one. Which, I even teamed up with Mwalimu. There was a Tanzanian factory in Bukoba, Tanzania. We tried to run it together. Then I gave money to some groups. There was a fellow called Banya in Kampala there. Then there's an Italian lady who came, Pinetti. Even now she's trying to build, I think, a factory in Namamve. Because we are losing a lot of money. And you misinform our people. The good coffee, Robusta, is called Screen 18. These are the beans which are good. I think good size or something. Normally they get about $2.5 per kilo. Now recently, with the problem of coffee in Brazil, the price went up to about $4, I think, $4 something. And that's what some people have been claiming, that it went up because of this one, or this one. It was because of the drought in Brazil, not because of me. Me, I can't claim that I'm the one who put up the price. Now for the Arabica, the good grade is called AA. And normally, I think they get like $3 or something. But when with the problem of Brazil coffee, it went up to about $5, 5 point something. But if we were adding value to our own coffee here, because now that coffee is taken to Germany, they are the ones who convert it into soluble coffee, instant coffee and all that. Germany, or I don't know who else is very active in that. Germany is the one which is very active. You can imagine Germany, the total value of coffee in the world is $460 billion. Do you know that, you man, the one who asked the question?
Mr. Kirinya.
I'm now giving you free.
It's a free lecture.
The total value of business of coffee in the world is $460 billion. All the coffee growing countries of the world, out of the 460 billion, they take away 25 billion. 25 billion out of the 460 billion. Wonderful Africa, including BCU and including all those, they take 2.5 billion. Out of 460 billion, they take 2.5 billion. So, and what, A country like Germany, which does not produce any coffee, earns $65 billion from coffee, bigger than all the coffee growing countries of the world. So Okweva Koko, Hugo Noko, is the one I don't want to be part of. So I've been telling people, please add value to coffee, add value to coffee. You see, you have succeeded in adding value to cotton. This shirt I'm putting you on is Ugandan cotton, this one shirt. Now, instead of getting $1 per kilo of cotton, when I make shirts, I get $15 from the same kilo. Now, when you sell unprocessed coffee, like the Sweden 18, you get $2.5 normal times. Now it has gone up a bit because of the problem of Brazil. But if you add value to it, you will get $25 up to $40. So, and when you do that, you can pay the farmer higher price. You can pay him maybe 8 cents, $8 or 9 or even $10 because you are earning more. You here you are earning more from the coffee. You can be able to pay the farmer more. But now that margin is taken by the outsiders and they don't care about the farmer. So the Ntungam you are talking about is that I got now finally, after speaking, talking, finally I got an ally. There's a young group of people there called Tugume Nelson.
Yes, Inspire Africa.
He came and took up my proposal, and that's how I supported him, because he accepted. And he was telling me that that factory will create 4,800 jobs, and most of them will be scientists. 2,000 of them will be scientists, machine engineers, food scientists, what have you. It's really a wastage to go on exporting Mpeke. What we are doing now is wrong. So I can support anybody if he does what Uganda needs, to add value. But now, I think you are simply, I normally, do you know Mbide? What Mbide wanu mu Yisu? Mbide
in Rumasaba, Your Excellency, is Limwa.
Is it here?
Is what?
Limwa. It's used for making local brew.
Now you can imagine somebody who grows limwa but doesn't Oksogora Umbisi himself, doesn't Koro Mwenge himself. He sells the limwa to other people, so that they are the ones who make the juice, they are the ones who make the beer, and they are the ones who transform the beer to the other substance which kills you even more. Akawaragi. Nti ebi byonna abiwadde omuntu omulala yaba abikola nti ye akoma kulimwa byokka. This is blindness. So I really I will support anybody like we have supported Tugum, because he took up what we have been telling everybody. Like the milk, when we had the milk, we didn't use government, we used the private sector. Especially the Indians, they came and They are the ones processing the milk now. And the textiles is private sector.
Thank you.
Okay, two final questions.
Matembu Gerald.
Is he referring to the after election, maybe the possible? Yeah.
No, nobody can play it around here. You go and play those games in other parts of Africa, but not here. We normally follow all those shadow things. Some of our young people also misinform the foreigners. They think that Uganda is just like, I don't know what, but nobody can disturb our peace. Anybody who disturbs, we shall just pick him and that's the end of the story. And we are very strict also. We are with our lawyers. We no longer want this game. Somebody has done a bad thing, then he's given bail. Becomes like a game. We are insisting that please, and I'm glad even the courts are quite serious now. They no longer give bail to all these wrongdoers. Nobody will disturb our peace. If anybody tries, we shall easily deal with him. You saw what happened to people who came from near the border in Congo. They were finished in a very short time. Okay, Mwanya Navi.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
As